after these people. And it's just, you know, when we get off the train and the love that, I mean, literally people touch me and say, I love you. And there's just no substitute for that human connection.
It makes me stop and remember what year it is, because I could still be living there. She and her actually are 8th generation Kentuckians. And Wynonna was literally born in the same hospital, the same room, the same nurse that I was born. So, I mean, we're 100% Kentuckians. And if she hadn't started singing on me, I'd probably be working as a person somewhere deep in Appalachia.
Where were you?
Yeah, I went to EKU. And I was thinking at the time of going to the University of Louisville to get my MD, because I really had this noble fantasy of working with these people, starting a clinic somewhere deep in Appalachia where they don't have the medical care they all deserve. We've got 45 million Americans right now without health coverage, and to me that's immoral. Everybody deserves health coverage.
You see it. You see healthcare Wise, Virginia, every year where thousands of people go.
Yes.
That's where the TV cameras used to be. From the national,
Let me ask you
national network.
I totally agree.
And they weren't
Tell
there.
me this, why is Appalachia still unexposed? I mean, there are pockets of Appalachia that are like a third world country.
I get that. I just want to make sure we get to everybody.
Y'all know we're going on tour tomorrow?
I knew it.
Tomorrow?
It's on my
Do you have a
website.
question you want to ask?
How long have you been involved with, you've been involved with this train before, right?
Patty Lovelace told me about it a while ago, where she's from here and she's done the train.
Mom's passed it to me and I've passed it to my daughter. So 3 generations.
You're single. You single once again.
We don't know yet. We're still in the process of, the record's been completed, we've turned it in, and we've done the photo session, and
Now
now,
he's asking,
what are you talking about?
do you have a boyfriend?
No, what'd you say?
Now the new single.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you single?
Not am I single. It will be out when it's out, and we're waiting on the, you know, the next step in the process.
Yeah,
We've done our part.
What, next week, Green Bay?
The day after Thanksgiving, our tour opens, and we will end in Phoenix on December the 19th. And it's going to kick our butts. It's 30 songs. It's the hits, past, present, and hopefully future. And it's, I call her Mammal, changing clothes in her fairy tale, you know, outfits while I sing the hits, and then she comes back to do Judds. And so it's going to be quite a herstory lesson for the future Judd heads that are about to be born.
Your best Christmas memory?
Believe it or not, one of the hardest Christmases we ever had, because we had nothing, and I prayed for snow, and as a child, standing in the window watching it snow, it was that moment when you don't believe there's a Santa, and you're literally drawing a line in the sand, and I remember I was about 12, and I remember standing there and it's snowing, and it was just a wonderment moment, and I don't know if that was the year I got you a hammer. Yes. We had absolutely nothing.
You and sister went in together, and by the way, it was a used hammer.
Okay,
I've
whatever.
always wondered where you got
We
it.
had nothing, but we had everything because we had each other and the things that matter to a kid. Which, I mean, you know, you see these kids out here, and you know they're not going to get a whole lot. But we had each other, and we had food, and we had what we needed. And we talk about those times more than any other. It's interesting.
How does it make you feel that
We
some
were
of the
living
people
in
I
rural
talked to
Kentucky.
said this was the best moment that they've had?
I don't understand that. The only thing I could say is when I met Bonnie Raitt and Joni Mitchell and some of my sheroes, I know what that feels like. And then the immediate next thought is they just need to get out more, because I don't know how to take it. It's kind of strange. I do understand the importance of music and the backdrop of everyday life, but to look up to me it just doesn't seem right, because my gift doesn't come from me.
But
So
you certainly brought joy to people today when
I
you
love
held
bringing
them.
joy to people, and I love the wonderment on a child's face and the connection and the encouragement. The rest of it is a little bit strange, but I understand it.
I haven't done this for 25 years, there was a turning point for me where I realized, because it used to really disturb me, I guess is the word, when people would have this, oh, if I can but touch the hem of her garment sort of thing. And I would have to say, snap out of it, let's tell me your story or whatever. But especially on days like today, when these kids don't get out of this pocket, out of this holler, and they actually, I hug them, and they see something that they see on TV or whatever, I think, wonder if they realize that we're real people and that we come from here.
There were ordinary women and extraordinary things that
Does that
happened
make sense?
too.
And they may remember this for a while just because it was a big deal. Their parents loaded them up and they came out, and there were all these other people. So it's a
They
special
see themselves
event.
in us in those moments.
I hope. But we were living in Morrill, Kentucky when she was talking about that for Christmas. Outside of Berea.
Is this a different experience for you being with your daughter than it was 6 years ago when you came by yourself? How is that different for you?
Well, the reason she didn't was she was literally on a Christmas tour herself and couldn't come. But I've already told her, I called her that night and I said, okay, picture this. I'm coming out of one of the tunnels and it was a freezing cold day and it was very gloomy and just a skiff of snow. And we were singing Beautiful Star of Bethlehem.
Which we learned here.
Yeah. One of the first songs that we ever learned.
Very
And
surreal.
At that moment, I thought, she's coming with me. We're going to do this again together. Because those are the moments where, thank God, I have somebody to share it with. I mean, I can be standing on top of the Himalayas and enjoy it myself, but to have someone to bear witness.
Know someone to listen.
How'd you get interested in singing?
I did. It found me
Really?
out of just sheer no TV, no telephone. What else is there to do? Mom had a guitar that someone had given her, and I make jokes about grabbing it to torture Ashley with it, or I make jokes, but the truth is, I was merely fulfilling my destiny. I don't know when it was going to happen. It just did, and it was in Kentucky, and it was sitting on the back porch literally after dinner, nothing else to do. And that's how children find their creativity, because they don't have electronics or Blackberries, or we didn't have any of that. So it was literally, what do you do with your time? You listen to the radio?
We had a couple of goats, and it was either become a goat herder.
She's making that up.
This is that time of the day where I need my coffee, or I just start making crap up.
Well, throw that out. So I want to hear some more stories.
Actually, it was hogs. She was going to either become a hog farmer.
So is Ashley coming next time when you guys do this?
I don't know. We don't speak for her because we're all so busy. We don't know. I would love to see that. That would be the ultimate. And the fact that I have my daughter here, she's doing a documentary for school. This has become a family affair every year. So we'll ask her and see if she's not in Africa or if she's leading a parade somewhere. We'll see.
Or a ball game?
Yeah, or a ball game and getting in fights at Cats games.
I do want to chime in here that I'm very proud of both of my girls, that they have such a heart for social justice. Ashley started, about 10 years ago, going to Africa and India, and she parallels us in that she goes down into brothels in the slums and works against AIDS.
Well, and slavery,
Yeah.
sex slavery.
Yeah, human trafficking. So,
And I told Oprah that she just graduated from Harvard, and this semester I cleaned out my closet. It's just, she's always doing something. It's all relative, literally.
What's the best thing you've yet to do?
The best thing I've yet to do.
you mean like a bucket list thing?
Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not wanting you to kick the bucket, but you've done so much. What's the best thing you've yet
That
to
is a
do?
great question.
I try.
My friend Roy asked me, and I said, I really want to watch, I'm a nurse, I really want to watch open heart surgery. And he said, well, tomorrow I'm having a colonoscopy.
Not my answer.
I was going to say brain surgery, but I don't know. all my goals are personal. You know, I've achieved what I've set out to do. And I really love my life because I'm the healthiest and happiest I've been since I can remember. And so I don't really, I want for nothing really. I mean, if stuff happens, you know, we're doing this reality show. Who'd have thought it? You know, on the Oprah Network. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So there's always something going on.
I woke up this morning and I went, okay, where am I today? Okay, I'm in Kentucky, I'm home, and we're going to throw out candy and gifts. And then the next day, we're going to do a reality show for Oprah, and then we do a concert. And I just thought, I'm going back to bed. I'm tired.
Any other questions? You guys good?
I think we got one.
This is a compliment in my neck of the woods. You're one cool chick.
Really?
You really are.
Oh my gosh, you made my day.
I'm the
And you're a
hit.
cool chick too.
I'm the hit. What does that make me?
No, just this morning, I just